Hello, everybody. Welcome to High Gripe.
Somebody's in an awful good mood today.
I'm dead tired, but that's all right. I'll be going to bed soon.
Well, it is late.
I have no freaking idea what episode. I think this is episode 7.
I don't know. We could look. I know a guy that can look.
Well, since you know a guy.
I do know a couple guys. They're not like, the greatest guys, but they're guys nonetheless. Come on, computer. My computer, for some reason, is not going very fast. Oh, yeah, great. Boom.
Wow, your computer is slow as shit.
Yes, it is. Yep, it will be episode 7, season
7. Season 4.
4.
That's crazy. 4 years. It seems like it's been a year and a half, max.
Look at that. You lied to me.
I did?
Yeah, you said last week we were right at an hour, and it's an hour and 1 second.
I thought it was under. I thought it was like 58.
1 hour, 1 second.
Well, damn it. It's supposed to be 58.
Fired. Fucking fired.
That's one of the things I wanted to work on. I wanted to try to keep the episodes at an hour, because this hour and 20 minutes shit, no wonder nobody's watching.
It does get a little crazy.
So
what's been happening? How's the new job?
Well, I mean, as far as the job is concerned, I'm still learning. It's pretty great, though, because...
That was a dog playing with the taco. Taco dog.
I was right about one thing. Switching to a day shift schedule fixed a lot of shit.
Like you sleep?
Oh, yes, I actually sleep. I go to bed, and I go to sleep. Then the alarm clock goes off. I get out of bed, and so far, almost every morning, I'm not, like, awake, but I'm not dragging out of bed either. I don't hit snooze. I just get up, let the dogs out, get my cup of coffee. Give my cup.
Can I get a cup
Give
of
my
coffee?
cup of coffee. Quit laughing at me. And then
she can't help it. By the way, we have an in-studio guest that will not get on camera because, in her own words, I look like ass. In her defense, she did just work a whole full day in the kitchen.
No, that's true. But you can hear her chiming in every once in a while. I don't know if you... Actually, I don't think you will hear her because all the microphones are pointed this way.
That's all right.
She's sitting that way.
And she doesn't really look like an ass.
No, she doesn't at all.
She's got one. Just like everybody else. But she doesn't look like one.
You ever notice he just says too much shit? Yeah. Like, there's no filter. And there should be. Of course, I'm one to talk.
If there was a filter, she wouldn't be with me. I'd be too boring.
That's true. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
You actually get your cup of coffee.
Right. After my cup of coffee, then I'm ready to, get dressed and go to work. Before I know it, I'm there, and you get involved. You start thinking about getting things done. Before you know it, it's lunchtime. And then you get off, and it's 3:30. Oh, this is hilarious. It takes me 15 minutes to get to work.
Okay.
It takes me a half an hour to get home.
Oh, yeah. Yup.
But the good news is on the way home, who gives a shit? You just turn on the music and you get home and you get home. And I'm telling you, it's...
Wait, music? You don't listen to podcasts in your car?
No, I do not.
I know a couple guys that do a podcast. You should listen to it.
I do, but not in the car.
Oh. Well, Jesus.
No, Jesus has nothing to do with this
Jesus has everything to do with everything.
Anyways.
We've had this argument before.
So, yeah, it's wonderful, and I can't wait till I get medical insurance. I'm going to go to the doctor, and I'm going to get that prescription for physical therapy, and then 2 nights a week, or maybe 3 nights a week if I can swing it, I am going to go and work out with an actual doctor so I don't fuck myself up, and I can't wait.
Well, let's be 1,000% honest. You are already fucked up.
Yeah, but I don't want to, like, fuck up an ankle or a knee or think I'm doing something and doing it wrong.
Oh, I see.
Because I have never... been athletic or anything. Is that a
dog? What's licking my leg? I sure hope that's a dog.
Yeah, he loves wounds.
Did you wound yourself?
Oh, yeah. See, I scratched myself here.
Oh, my gosh.
Myself there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. But I tell you what, and this may hurt your feelings a little bit, but when I think of you going into that fucking place that we used to work together at.
Did you hear the latest?
No.
Double mandatory.
What's that mean?
It means you got to work 2 extra days a week.
Oh, dude, I got out just in time. I get off at 3:30. I'm home by 4, and I've got the whole evening. I can go shop. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to Walmart after work just because I can. Because I actually pass it on the way home. It's open.
You're like, hey, you know what? I could get
I
some
need creamer.
bats in my belfry. Let's go in and get some.
I know, it's wonderful.
We got to go after we go done with the podcast because I need to get some stuff to smoke my pork bellies tomorrow.
Right.
Guess what I'm going to do to my pork bellies?
That's kind of gross, but I mean, my mind is filled.
I'm going to melt some butter and some Mrs. Buttersworth together, and then I'm just going to just keep brushing them as they're smoking.
Do you think Mrs. Butterworth is hot?
Not really.
Yeah.
She tastes good, though.
Damn it. I didn't even think of that.
You opened the door, pal.
Not only that, but I let myself down. I should have thought of that. But anyways.
So, hey, since, she is here, we could discuss her work dilemma yesterday, if you like.
Yesterday.
Well, last night. I guess it would have been last night. It wouldn't have been yesterday. I guess it was considered. Because it was, what, like 10:30? 11? Something like that? So she works at... If anybody lives in Northeastern Ohio that watches us, I'm sure most of you do. She works at Swenson's, and one of the car hops got hit by a car in the parking lot.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and the cops said it was the car hop's fault for running through the parking lot, even though his
That's
job
what they're
is
supposed to do.
Run through the parking lot.
Well, yeah, how fast was the... I mean, seriously, because...
I don't know if they came up with an exact number, but I know those kids fly through the parking lot.
Yeah, he had to have, because the person running would notice a car.
You would sure as hell think so.
So...
I mean, it's not like he's jumping off the friggin' roof.
Corner, because that's why I get run out and yell at them all the time, like flying around. Like they'll slow down and then they'll speed up to wheel their tires around the corners.
Yeah.
And stuff. And,
I don't know if you can hear her. I'm going to go ahead and repeat what she said, because if you can't hear her, then it's just two guys going, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We tried to get her a microphone. She wouldn't even hear of it.
Well, if I would have thought of it, I would have gave her a microphone. She wouldn't be on camera, but you could hear her.
Exactly. That's what I said.
But I didn't even
She's
think
still
of
shaking her head no, even though she said, it doesn't matter if I get on camera today because I won't talk. And look at her talking.
Yeah, anyways. So she says that the dumb kids, and of course I love that term because it's true, they get in their cars and think of a building square, parking lot square. They get to the corner and then they gun it so they could peel out their tires in every corner. And apparently a kid did this. And one of the employees who was forced, I mean, they're supposed to run from the building to the cars.
That's their actual job description is sprint and
Yes.
smile.
Yes. And he sprinted and...
He wasn't smiling. Now, get her.
So now he's got like a severe limp.
Well, yeah, I would have to assume he's got a
The
pretty
good news
limp.
is you guys hire teenagers and they heal.
They're college
Still,
kids.
same damn thing. They're rubber people. And they heal overnight.
I don't know about rubber, but
I wish I could be as flexible as I was when I was at that age.
Well, the problem with that is when we were that age, we were a lot smaller, so flexible was easier.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I don't care what the reasoning is. It's just
Now we're, part
Old
of my
and fat.
French, but fat, and things don't work no more.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna work on that. I actually don't care if I lose weight. I just want to be able to move my knees and stand up.
Oh, so you're one of the people, as long as you can tie your shoes, you'll
Right.
be happy.
I don't want to go. I don't want to do that.
But it's so entertaining when you do that.
Nobody sees it but me and God.
No, everybody just watched it.
Well, yeah, okay. That was a reenactment. Like one of the crappy documentaries that always have the horrible actors.
You mean the non-actors?
Yes. I can't get a job doing anything else.
Okay, first.
You know, the funny thing is that documentary on Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, the guy's from here. The
Yeah,
guy
I
that
know.
paid him.
But how come every documentary that I've watched about him, they have never reenacted the scene where he had a pot of penises boiling on the back of the stove?
Probably because that would make people go, ugh.
No,
and
that's a
turn it off.
great detail.
It is a great detail. I'm not saying they should
No
mention
one
it.
I doubt there's a single person in human history who ever had penis soup. And yet, what in the absolute hell? And
What was
that
that?
is one of those things that should be done. They should just a quick camera shot, and he could be like in a corner going, and then right back to the stove of the penis soup that's boiling in the back. That's just
So you're saying we need a half a dozen dildos?
something. Cocktail weenies. They look just like it.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Cocktail weenies.
Oh my God, I feel bad for your wife.
No, when it's severed, there's no blood in it.
Yeah, but a cocktail weenie's this big.
No, the cocktail weenie smell like that. It's about that big around. Well, it's about that big around. It's about that long.
Again, I apologize to your wife.
So, all right, Mr. Bratwurst. Anyways.
I don't know. I'm listening. It's not like that, but Jesus, it's not freaking cocktail wiener size.
Yeah, but it's a reenactment. Did we not just mention that it's shit actors? So why not? Why does that be perfect?
I don't
All
mean
right, fine.
perfect, but you know,
Fine. Whip out the.
half a hot dog.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Pigs in a blanket.
There you go.
But anyways, I digress. So yeah, so I'm loving the job so far. I'm still learning, so it's a bit frustrating when they get busy and they want me to get things done, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. But
I mean, you said that every day where we were before, so.
well, yeah, I said it because I didn't want to do that.
Ah.
But then I think about all that overtime you're on and how they just steal your life from you, and then they do. You know, here's another important thing that I want to point out. It's so hard for me to articulate. There is like a sixth sense when you meet, and I think everyone has this. When you
Yeah.
go to a job, you kind of learn very quickly which place is full of shit.
Yep.
And which place is not. And what I mean is, the place you work at, everyone has this fake happy-go-lucky, we're all so happy to be here, facade that they put on. Everyone's just, oh, aren't you so glad to work here? We're a family. And that red flag starts flying. Where I work, so far, I've only been here 2 weeks, but where I work, it's not like that. Everyone's happy, but they're just doing their job.
Well, I tell you what, the thing that's just getting to me there, like, I can deal with all the other crap. Shit happens. I don't mind, whatever. But I'm to the point now, this is like, I'm going to say the 8th, maybe the 9th cycle of new people in order fill that just are not good enough to do their job yet, and they're just turn them loose anyway. Mm-hmm. And I'm just so tired of fixing every goddamn thing that comes over there.
Yep. And it's never going to change.
And it's not. It's just, and I'm to the point now where I'm ready to transfer into a different department or something, because
I see.
It's like, good God.
You need to get on day shift.
That might not be a good idea. I'm a grumpy bastard when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, not if you get some sleep. But anyways, I was saying that's one thing that's a huge relief. Everybody I work with is so nice. They're all so nice. How you doing? I'm doing it. But nobody's like, we're a family. Aren't you glad to work here? They're all just focused on doing their job. And they leave you alone. They do their job. And at the end of the day, hey, have a good night. See you tomorrow. Cool. What are you doing this weekend? But at the same time, they're not full of BS. They're not fake. And they're,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get much of that because I think everybody that acted like that found out pretty way that I don't put up with a bunch of shit.
Yeah, well, I tried. They just got like, what's your problem? You're not a team player.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Austin used to always give you crap if you would say the word shit.
Oh, I can't wait to see. If I ever see him, dude, I'm just going to walk straight up and go, hi, shit, fuck, damn, piss, hell. And
Dude,
just walk away. And he can sit there and...
I motherfucked him every day about shit that was going on, and he never said a word.
Dude, I couldn't even say hell around that man-child. Screw him. I mean, it's like, we don't employ children, dude. I mean, there's a difference between just going off and letting a word slip because it's normal conversation. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is going on? Whoa!
What's easy now?
You can
easy.
go home. You can go. Can I?
Yes.
No, but you can go. Oh, we can't. And I'm like, dude, are you going to put on your big boy pants and suck this up and have a conversation? Or are you still going to fall apart?
Well, I mean, I used to always preface my conversations when I would get mad as, I'm going to swear now because I'm not fucking happy. And he'd be like, okay, I get it.
I was actually going to say at the beginning of this podcast, we're not going to talk about work. And here we are talking about friggin' work.
All right, well, we were talking about that work, so then that work.
Well, yeah, that work is, we don't work there, so that's not work. That's just a story of a teenage kid who...
Splat. By the way, if you're listening, teenage kid that got splatted, how you doing?
I hope you heal quickly, and by the way, quit trying to be the Rolls-Royce ornament.
Do you think he looked like that when he was flying?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Or was he Superman in it?
I don't know.
I don't either. The only thing I can tell you is they got good burgers there.
Mm-hmm. We have to keep our eyes open, maybe read a police report or see if any reporters talks about the kid that got mushed.
There's a police report somewhere, but we just don't have it yet.
Well,
I'm sure it's public record at some point.
Yeah. Especially since a kid was involved.
Well, I mean, he was over 18, so.
That's a good question. So which one is
What's
the
that?
public?
Oh, the driver. Oh, yeah.
Driver was what?
Kid, teenager.
See, that's what I was going to
Okay.
say. We'll have to see because the general public seems to always fall on the side of the kid, even though you're talking two kids. One is slightly less kiddish. So we'll see if everyone gets behind the driver because he's got his whole life ahead of him. Like the 20-year-old is in his 60s, you know.
Right.
So we'll see.
He's going to die soon.
Yeah. Nothing disgusted me more. About 4 or 5 years ago, there was an old man walking his dog, or he was just out walking, and he got mowed the fuck down by some, I can't remember. He was young. I don't know if he was a teenager, but he was young, like real young, either just out of school or still in school. And the comments, oh, don't throw the book at him. Don't give him it. He's got his whole life. I'm like, dude, the dude died.
Yeah, but if this is now, wait a minute. Now, if that same story would have been some young kid that was just out of high school that robbed some old lady, they'd be like, string him up.
I don't know. I don't think they would.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, I'm on that Stark County Community Crime Watch thing, dude. You should hear the stuff they talk about doing to some of these people.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm with you. The dude's guilty. Let's do what we got to do. But I don't know if we need to do all that.
well, from what I read, nobody gave a shit about this man who was just walking and this poor kid, and he was a hit and run.
Oh, and he left.
Yeah,
Oh.
the kid just kept going. I think he turned himself in the next day, and everyone was just, oh, he's got his whole life. It's, oh, yeah, frick, he killed somebody.
Right.
But what do I know?
You know, that's what happens when,
So speaking of criminals,
Okay. Yeah, nope. I'm still out of jail. I'm not there. I've been behaving.
no,
I've
I
been
wasn't
behaving.
talking about Matt.
Oh.
I was talking about, didn't we have some funny stories?
Oh, yeah. I guess we could do some dumbest criminal stuff if you want to. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah,
What is-
it's a Chromebook, dude. There's going to be a shit ton of pop-ups.
holy shnikes. Okay, meet 38 dumbest criminals of all time.
You might want to get a little closer to your mic from there, buddy.
Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to.
He's going to talk as far away from his oh, my
Was that
God.
better? All right, so. Whoa, this scrolls really fast. Caught. So, a police in Osnaburg, New York, were called to a mini mart where they found Blake Leak.
If you say so.
So, I'm going to go ahead and say that this kid should be arrested for his name alone. He was 23. He was trying to break into the joint. And apparently, they chased him through the streets until both cops took a tumble. Wow. Seizing the opportunity, Lake sought refuge on the grounds of a large building. The building was the top of Sing Sing Maximum Security Prison.
Well, he was on top of the prison?
That's what it says. Like, I don't know how the hell he ran into the prison. Because
Right.
I think if you could run into it, the people
They'd
that inside
run out.
could run out. Yeah. So that one's a little confusing, but that's all it says. That's,
We didn't write these, by the way, people.
I don't know if I believe that one. How about the liquor store? What the hell? What is that word?
I don't know. Lotharo?
Okay. You said it, not me. Scottish shoplifter Aaron Morrison. See, at least he's got a normal name.
Right.
Okay. He was picked up after pinching a bottle of vodka from a liquor store.
Pinching means stealing?
That's yes.
Okay, because I can just see him in there.
Now it says it didn't take Sherlock Holmes to find Morrison. His name and phone.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay, his name and phone number were left with the clerk after asking her out on a date.
Hey, look, yeah, like I can know I'm like robbing you and shit, but here's my number. Give me a slip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is my Twitter. This is my all my socials.
This is my
Facebook.
Tinder.
My ex.
Shut up.
So yeah. Okay. So, there, all you youngsters out there, when you rob a liquor store,
Don't try to pick up chicks.
Yeah. Don't leave your.
Stay
number
focused. Stay
with
focused.
the,
One thing at a time. You had one job to do.
The lowest high there is. For a trio of drug thieves. Oh boy. It was their lucky day. They broke into a home in Silver Springs, Florida. They discovered 3 jars of cocaine.
Ugh.
They took it home and snorted to their heart's content.
Until it exploded.
That's when they discovered that the jars were, in fact, urns and that they were snorting the cremains of victim's husband. Oh, the victim's husband's 2 dogs.
Oh,
So
there's.
The husband and 2 dogs were in the 3 jars that they thought were cocaine. So they were snorting a dude
And his mutts.
and his 2 dogs.
Damn.
My question is,
How did they get caught, though?
I don't. I
they
would
give
have to assume they
themselves up?
probably went to the freaking hospital since they figured out.
Yeah, they had all that soot in their lungs. What dumbasses.
I'm assuming that's kind of how that went.
Wow.
look
Is
at
that technically smoke inhalation?
Probably. Oh my God. The case of the not so devoted dad.
Well,
Okay. Bring Your Child to Work Day is an honored tradition that allows children to see what goes on in the businesses of their classmates. Duh. Okay. One crook brought his young son along with him on a job, which happened to be robbing a pet shop.
that's an employment, is it?
Well, I mean,
Is that
he took his child to work day.
a 1099 form?
I don't know, but apparently he was caught soon after, minus something important, his son.
Oh, he left the kid.
Probably forgot that he took the kid with him into the pet store and, picked up a Cocker Spaniel and started heading for the door. I don't know. What do you steal from a fucking pet store?
That's a good question.
I mean, there's a lot of cool things at a pet
Cockatoos?
store,
I
but
don't know.
there's not really anything to steal in a pet store, is there?
Fish.
Yeah, they're too hard to run with.
Yeah, they are. And it takes a long time to put them in those goofy bags.
Nah, it's actually pretty easy if you do it. Oh my gosh. Watch where you're going. Oh god, this has got to be somebody fell over or something. As 2 men waited in the line at a coffee shop to pay their bill, a third cut in front of them. He threw a drink at the clerk and demanded all the money from the till.
From Canton.
They temporarily surprised, the men quickly recovered and then handcuffed the crook. Apparently, they were the cops. And he was too stupid to realize that he was cutting the line in front of 2 cops.
But were they fully dressed, like in uniform, or were they?
I would
undercover?
have to assume so, or they wouldn't have their handcuffs with them.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but some detectives.
Yeah, I guess they could be plain clothes, but yes. Whatever. But it just says they were police officers. It didn't say detectives, so yes. Oh, in full uniform is the last statement.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess it pays to pay attention.
Yeah, look what you're doing, yeah. Let's see. Oh, gosh, this one I mean. The couple that drinks together. Oh, I think we read this one before. Yes, we did. Matt read this one. This is the one about the girl that gets pulled over at the DI checkpoint, and they ask her if she's drunk, and she goes, "No, I'm fine, but my husband's behind me, and she's drunker than me." Yeah. My husband's right behind me, and he's even drunker than I am, she said at the DI checkpoint. And they're like, "Oh, really? Just pull on over there for a second. We'll be able to talk to you."
I was a designated driver once. A buddy of mine I work with just bought this little Honda Civic or Honda Accord, and he bought it for a really good price. And he's like, and I'm like, well, let's go do something. And he says, okay. It was a weekend, so we went up to Cleveland, and on the way up, and he was drinking like the minute he showed up at the house. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll drive. Well, I was going too fast and got pulled over.
Nice.
So I pull over, and I'm a white dude. I don't care. I get pulled over. I had my license ready, and it was his car. And he's freaking out because he's a black guy. And he's like, "Oh man, what do I do?" I said, "You just sit there. We're fine."
Yeah,
I said, "Do
shut
you
up.
have insurance?" He's like, "I do, but I don't have any paperwork." I said, "No, his computer will tell him. We'll be all right." And he had a drink in his hand. He's like, "What do I do with the drink?" I said, "Just relax. If you look like it's a drink, blah blah blah." And he dumped it out on the floor.
Oh God.
And they threw the cup behind him. And I'm like, "Okay, that works too." And a cop comes up, like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" He's like, "Is this your car?" I said, "It's his car." I said, "I'm the designated tonight." And he says, "Oh, have you been drinking?" I said, "No, I haven't been drinking." I said, "He has, though. That's why I'm driving." "Oh, do you have your license?" Gave him the license. "Do you have insurance?" But he says, "I don't have the paperwork." And he says, "All right, I'll look it up." He goes back to a cruiser, and my buddy's over there is just shaking like a leaf on a tree. And I'm like, "Dude, you have to relax." Guy comes back, says, "Okay, everything checked out. You guys have a good time." And he looked at me. He says, "Don't drink." And I said, "No, I'm good. I'm not drinking tonight." And I took off, and he's over there. "Oh my God, oh my God!" I'm like, "Dude, we didn't do anything wrong."
Yeah. We were deer hunting one time, and the one kid's like, "Oh, here comes the game warden," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, so that's kind of his job,
I'm like, "Yeah, that does happen." They happen to swing by every now and again when you're in the woods. I mean,
That's their job.
that is, yeah. Not to mention, I knew the guy already. I mean, we were in Stark County, so I knew who he was at the time. I don't know who's the one now in Stark County, but yeah.
Yeah, good old James. He was a good dude. He moved.
He
Okay,
moved.
so.
Okay. Oh, wait. The Telltale Trousers.
Oh, my.
When an attempted robbery at a Lowe's home improvement store went awry, Milton J. Hodges fled across. Oh, we read this one too.
We did?
Yeah, I think that Matt went through most of these.
Well, pick another one. We have several websites.
Let's see. Let's go to.
Sorry, peeps. I have a short memory.
Boop.
That's my foot.
You got restless leg syndrome or something?
I've just got energy.
What'd I tell you about smoking that crack there, Cameron?
You can imagine me on crack. Holy shit.
Oh, boy.
I'd have a whole new shed built in the backyard.
A couple discovered a burglar in their house after the burglar laughed at the husband's joke.
That would be me. That would be me. Of course, I wouldn't be breaking into other people's homes. I could, however, forget. Is this my house? Or is this? I can't remember. Which house is this? I'm going to go in. Oh, as soon as I see the interior, I'll remember.
Oh, a man high on bath salts breaks into somebody's home and puts up Christmas decorations.
Well, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Those are bath salts, not cocaine.
Bath salts. Wait, who gets high off bath salts? Is that even possible?
It was a huge thing for a while. That's why you can't buy them anymore.
Well, what's in them?
Stuff to make you go, ah! I don't know what the hell's in them. Bath salts.
Turns you into a goat?
It turns you into a lunatic, yeah.
So you're saying all goats are lunatics?
Yes.
Okay.
They eat cans.
Well, that just makes them stupid. I don't know about lunatics.
Oh, no, you got to be a lunatic to eat a can. I'm sorry.
Well, I've never had a goat. I've never seen what they do in moonlight.
A Miranda,
right?
English is tough. All right, a man reports thieves stole his pot plant and gets himself arrested.
That's cannabis.
Well, yeah, people might not know what cannabis is, so I substituted
I'm
the
willing
word
to bet
cannabis.
money that every single person that listens to our podcast knows cannabis quite well.
Are you trying to say they're sitting there
Yes.
fucking sparking up right now?
Yes.
If you're not, go for it.
Oh, wow, man. He said pot plant.
Yeah. Oh, well, a man's flatulence gets him charged with battery.
Hell yeah. Can't you go around farting on people?
That's her.
Oh, damn.
While she's asleep.
Oh, damn. So what you're saying is you're going to be single very soon.
Probably. She threatened to hit me the other day, so I had to go ahead, and I'll just pack my shit and leave. And she's like, I'm like, I'm just telling you what's going to happen if you hit me. I'm leaving. I ain't sticking around for that bullshit.
I love how it's so loud and you can hear everything.
It sounds like a freaking helicopter just hit the roof. What the hell is wrong with you? All right. Next
I was playing with the mic cable.
Oops, I almost missed this one. A lawyer gets pizzas and other fast food items delivered to his office after a stranger places the order. What?
What? That doesn't make any sense. A lawyer gets pizzas and other fast food items delivered to his office after a stranger places the orders. Okay.
I wonder if the people that were there weren't supposed to be there. They were broke in, and then they had pizza.
But don't you think it should say that?
That's listen, man. Let's see if we can find some context. If the lawyer doesn't have to pay for the pizza, that's a crime.
You weren't meant to hear that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on because that just didn't have any
real
information
context,
to it.
Yeah. There's some context missing in that one. A woman beats her boyfriend because he finished before her.
Well, yeah. Any real man holds back until the woman's finished.
If that was the case, Mark would be just beat to a pulp.
Yeah. No, I always hold back.
They're not talking about your bowls.
Oh.
A man breaks into Pizza Hut and fries wings. Okay, he must have been hungry.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you could have done worse.
Right, I mean, shit.
Could have been arson.
Oh,
wait, did he have to, heat up the oil and everything, or was it all ready to go?
The guy was drunk and decided he wanted some wings.
Well, sure.
But, they weren't
Did he
open.
pay for them, though?
So he said, screw it. Kick the door in and go for it.
Huh? I mean, when you're hungry,
A son robs his mom because he thought he could only be charged with burglary if done at night.
Huh?
A son robs his mom because he thought he could only be charged with burglary if he did it at night.
Well, that's the mother's fault for raising such a stupid kid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did you not watch cop shows? I mean, I did. Man eats his own underwear hoping to beat a breathalyzer test.
Well, you could short the machine out if it's bad enough.
Okay, well, apparently it didn't work.
Right. It can tell the difference between alcohol and balls.
A woman tries to trade an Olive Garden salad for drugs.
Well, yeah, well. You have to trade. I mean, it barters. It's all he had.
Yeah, but if you go to Olive Garden, you get free soup and salad for your meal, so she probably didn't even pay
You
for
know,
the
he
salad.
probably could have got some drugs for the breadsticks.
Probably. Oh, my God. A Romanian parliament member tries to bribe people with fried chicken.
Where was he at? Harlem?
I don't know. It's parliament
Queens?
member, so that would have to be somewhere that has parliament. Let's see. No, it takes a creative person or something. It doesn't say where.
Wait, what was he trying to get for the chicken?
It didn't say.
Oh. Because, I mean, I love fried chicken.
I do like me some fried chicken.
I'll probably give him a 20.
Man pawns stolen jewelry at a store managed by the woman he robbed it from.
Let's just take balls. That just, well.
Or he just didn't know and got extremely unlucky. I mean, what are the chances you rob somebody's house and then you go to a pawn shop the next day? It's the person you freaking robbed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he robbed it from the pawn shop and then went
No.
back and tried to pawn it.
From her house.
Nice.
And then they tried to pawn it, and she's like, you stole this shit from my house last week.
Well, that's just the universe saying.
He's like, no, I didn't.
That's it for that one.
Oh, that's it for that one. That's not much fun.
Thank you, Odyssey.com.
And then, let's see. This might be the one we already did because it's the same people's. Let's look. It doesn't. Oh, dude posts his whereabouts on Snapchat. So apparently he must have been wanted.
I think if you scroll down, there's more like to the story.
And then he posted his shit. And they were like, oh, you're in Jaden's house. Huh? Let's go fucking pick you up. If you think criminals preferred Facebook, you are sadly mistaken. A burglar from a Maine neighborhood, Christopher Wallace, a big fan of Snapchat, apparently. So big that he decided to reveal his hiding spot there. This is where I'm going to hide to rob this house. After he stole a propane cook stove. Why would you steal a propane cook stove?
To cook something. Just saying. It's not like you can steal natural gas. You need to be hooked up to it. You can steal a propane tank.
No, not the tank. He took the stove.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyway.
What are you going to do? Just light the shit
Okay,
coming out
so
of the
listen.
bottle? You need a stove.
So he stole a propane cook stove and a cast iron wood stove.
He was obviously hungry.
No, I think it was from a camp. It's for a camping thing. Okay, so it must have been like something for in your camper or in your tent or something.
Ah.
Anyway, so he was in Pierced Pond Township.
Gesundheit.
Say that 3 times fast. Okay. So anyway, Wallace posted on Snapchat that he was back in his home in Fairfield after tipsters relayed the info to the authorities.
Okay, so he stole some stuff.
Said, this is where I hid to steal this shit. And then his friends were like, you were stealing shit? Here. Hey, coppers, go get this guy.
That's pretty funny.
I just, yeah, dumbass. Orange juice got him caught, and I just went blowing past that.
Yeah, it's a Chromebook.
Orange juice got him caught. How does orange juice get you caught? Okay. A nameless thief in Portland, Oregon, executed the perfect robbery in 2013. Or almost perfect, it says. After going through every inch of the house, he had broken into opening all the drawers and stealing everything of value.
Yeah.
Anyway, he could find without, leaving any fingerprints until he got thirsty. He grabbed a container of orange juice out of the refrigerator, took a big old swig, left it in the sink, and guess what he did?
He didn't wipe off his
He
fingerprints.
left his DNA on the freaking jug from where he put his rips.
Well, then he deserves to get caught. Don't you believe?
Oh, my gosh. All right, so
Oh, my
an
gosh.
innocent game on Father's Day.
No such thing.
a 10-year-old boy was playing with his father's old handcuffs on Father's Day. He cuffed himself to his dad. But the key was lost during a game.
Of course it was.
William called for the local police in Des Moines, Iowa, to help him get out of the cuffs. As per routine, the cops ran Klein through the database and found out he had 2 outstanding arrest warrants.
Damn kids. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for that
Afterwards-
meddling kid.
I thought I turned that off, but apparently I did not.
You just want to be in competition with my clock.
Anyway, shortly after, they re-cuffed Klein.
We're going to take these cups off, and
And
we're going to
put
put
these
these
ones on.
cups on.
Because the ones you got are just shitty. Oh my gosh, what is this? Flirting with his victims.
Of course he is.
Scottish shoplifter Aaron Morrison might be one of the most stupid thieves in history.
Wow. So big.
Oh, this is the same one we just read.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of these stories are about to intersect.
Yes. We already read that one. All right. Anger issues.
Of course. Don't tell me it's about some woman who blamed that her husband was drunk.
Maybe. At a bus station in St. Paul, Minnesota, a hot-tempered man named Justin John Bowden,
Gesundheit.
yes, was involved in an argument with a woman whom he punched in the face.
Oh, damn.
He also attacked another person who was standing there, which caused him to drop his folder to the ground. He did not retrieve the folder before he fled. The cops arrived a few minutes later, tracked him through what was inside the folder on the ground, his anger management homework. I'm going to say it wasn't working.
Not only that, but now he had to tell the counselor that, oh my goodness,
The dog ate my homework.
I'm
As
so
the
sorry.
cops kick in the door to the
the
classroom.
cops took
and-
my homework.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry about that. I had to yawn. Now my eyes water when I yawn.
Yes, yes.
So if I yawn too many times, it looks like I'm crying.
James
Like
Brown
he's
gets caught.
crying. What?
It says James Brown gets caught.
It doesn't look like James Brown.
A man suspected of arson and vandalism sent a selfie to the police in Ohio because he found the photo on his arrest warrant was too unflattering.
Well, yeah.
Donald Chip Pugh texted a photo of himself and wrote, "Here's a better photo. That
Well-
one is terrible."
Good old Chipu.
He also added to the local radio station, "Man, they just did me wrong. They put that picture out there to make me look like I was a Thundercat or James Brown."
I don't know what's wrong with me, sorry.
Can I make it?
Good old Chipu.
Yep. Apparently, Chip Pugh did not like the picture that the cops put up on there.
Is he literally named after the remember the sound of bullets bouncing off something in the old
Chipew,
westerns?
chipew.
Chipew, chipew.
Maybe that's what it's from. Maybe that's what his dad was listening to when he impregnated his mother.
Why I oughta chipew.
All right, what do we got here? Let's see.
Sorry, my eyes are watering because I yawned.
The other half of the pay slip.
What?
It says the other half of the pay slip. Somebody must have dropped a pay slip when they were robbing something or something. The idea of robbing a bank without saying a single word is quite unique. 40-year-old man walked into a bank and handed the cashier a threatening note that read, "Be quick, be quiet. Give your cash or I will shoot."
That's where the flatulence came in.
The bank teller obliged and handed them $400.
That's it? Oh, that poor bastard.
I mean, that's all she must have had in her drawer. But anyway. But the thief had overlooked the simple fact that he wrote the message on, yes, his payslip.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Detective,
Those details. The details will
Yes.
get you. The devil is in the details. Oh, my God. What is the problem? Sorry, peeps. I don't know why. I get these fits. These yawning fits, they don't go away.
how about the extremely long tail of the white cash register tape?
Wow.
He must have taken the whole cash register and left the trail behind him. One of the most ridiculous.
Sounds like a Marvel movie.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Wow. Whatever a captain's gallery is,
I guess that's the gallery captains go to.
it must be like a convenience store or something in North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, it might be even a restaurant. Oh, I bet you it's a restaurant. Captain's Gallery is probably like a seafood restaurant, I bet.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, he robbed the place, took the whole friggin' tape register or cash register, and just a big string of white thing where he was at. And they were like, "Oh, hey."
So he literally left a trail of breadcrumbs, except in this time.
It was
in this case, it was
crumbs.
paper.
Yes, paper crumbs. Oh boy, stealing the wrong bag. This ought to be interesting. Oh God, I can already tell what's going to happen. This one from the picture. Let me get this ad out of here. Since it's Google and it's got 5 million ads. And
Yes.
another one pops up.
Yes, and another one pops, and another one pops. Another pop
All
up.
right. One thief got more than he could have handled when he reached into the window of a parked car to snatch a bag.
Hey,
Get him.
shut
Get him,
up.
boys. Get him.
We're doing a podcast.
Get him, doggy.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So he reached inside and snatched the bag out of a car. The bag belonged to a professional snake catcher. His name was Brad McDonald, the snake catcher. Can you guess what was inside the bag? Yup. Highly venomous snake.
And it bit his ass.
Well, I don't think it bit him in the ass, but... Oh, boy. Well, that was in Sydney, so it probably was...
Oh, yeah, probably was.
Yeah,
Black Mamba.
something like that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Back in 1985, Dennis Newton was on trial for robbing a convenience store. While he was defending himself, claiming to be innocent, he got angry with the store manager who identified him as the robber.
Why is there a half-naked man doing workouts next?
It's your ads, not mine.
It's maybe my ad. Well, it's my laptop, but
Well, that's why it makes it your ad. It's not my ad. It's not my laptop.
how fucking Google that? How do they know I'm how do they know I'm an old man and I'm about to do whatever?
Anyway, not being able to control
Pee-pee
his anger,
pumps.
he jumped and screamed, "I should have blown your effing head off." And that would have been the end of it. Well, if I had been there.
Yeah.
So, not only you're a moron, but you're an idiot as well. A thief's bad memory got him caught.
Double whammy.
Let's see here. Oops, slow down now. 2 officers in Detroit were demonstrating their patrol car. What? I don't understand.
Sometimes the people who write the articles don't do such a hot job.
I don't think this guy went to English that wrote this one.
You don't think he went to English?
I don't think he took English.
Oh, there you go.
Anyway, they were locating
Yeah, just fill in the blanks the best you can.
to the children in the neighborhood during an educational lesson.
Okay, did you hear that story, everyone?
Oh, okay. All right. I got it now.
Okay.
So cops in Detroit were demonstrating in their patrol car their felon locating system
Ah. We call those tasers.
in a neighborhood during an educational thing. It must have been like a block party or something. So they were doing a demonstration. So a guy came up and said, "Hey, how does that work?" And to show him how the process worked, they asked him to give him his ID. As part of the demonstration, when they asked him to place his driver's license into the system, they found out that, guess what? Ding, 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 ding.
The system works.
Yes, and he got arrested for robbery.
Wow. See, if you just leave the cops alone.
Goddamn kid.
Tell you what, he could have got away with it if it wasn't for that meddling machine.
Anyway, moving on. The thief that wrote his name at the crime scene. That's pretty
That's
self-explanatory.
a hot tip. If you do a crime scene, write somebody else's name.
Oh, and he was, get this, 18-year-old burglar.
Whoop.
Yep.
Kids are stupid.
Vandalized a children's campsite building
What a dick.
and got caught because he wrote his name on the wall at the crime scene.
Well.
Oh, boy. Wow. What else? We got escaping with a wheelchair. Using a wheelchair to escape a crime scene isn't the best solution. Okay. Although a Texan duo might
Never
have
know. If a
thought it
guy
was
works
worth a
out,
try.
if a guy works out his upper body, I bet he can get that wheelchair really moving.
Okay. So Naomi Duchesne
Gesundheit.
attempted a knife point robbery at a jewelry shop with her accomplice. I'm not even going to try that one.
Yeah. Just
Anyway, we're going to skip that person's name because
Jane Doe.
Yeah, this other chick that she knew waited outside in the getaway vehicle. A wheelchair.
Hop on.
Let's go. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Was she high? She had to have been high.
I'm sure. Let's see. Car thief who couldn't drive. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, I know that one. The kid stole a car, and when he got in it, it was manual, and he didn't know how to drive manual. So he attempted it for like a few feet, and then just ran on foot.
Yep. Dumbass.
Right. Anybody can do crime.
Burglar falls asleep committing a robbery.
Well, drugs.
In 2015, a thief from New Hampshire got arrested after breaking into a couple's home. Hang on, I got to scroll. Maybe scroll. Okay. The good news is that the police didn't have to try very hard to catch him, since he fell asleep in the house.
Wow. As you can see, we're not surprised anymore.
So, my question is, did he fall asleep, or was he doing some heroin
And he passed out. Yeah, probably number 2.
I'm going to go with nodded out.
Because usually you would think if you're stealing shit from people, you'd be kind of jacked up on adrenaline.
You would think. All right, let's see.
Those are kind of boring. Is there another one? Is there another website?
Yeah, let's see. We had 10 of the, what is this thing? Stupidest criminals of all time. I do not like your scroll system, sir.
I'm sorry. It was a free laptop.
This one says comments. Oh boy, these are like definitely got people's names.
Jane Doe.
Nope. I'm gonna get this one. Magnina. Okay, maybe I'm not good. M Ganga.
Mganga.
It's spelled Mganga.
Manganga.
Yes. In March, Manganga, a 17-year-old in Omaha, Nebraska, decided to stick a gun in the face of a woman who was taking her son to school.
This is the story I was just talking about.
Demonstrating that she gave him she gave him the car. She, of course, obliged, and the boy was about to take off. Oh, and he couldn't drive the man. That's one we just did.
Right.
Derek Mosley.
Mm-hmm. Good old Derek.
Good old Derek. Good old D.
Yep. D. Mosley.
Okay, he was planning is hugely important when you're trying to pull off a crime. Oh, my God. Let's see.
We can't read, people. This is an exercise in Hooked on Phonics. We might be the only people who failed that course.
Oh, my God. Okay. It's just easier if I read these and tell you what happened. Good old Derek here decided he was going to commit a robbery in a store with a baseball bat.
Okay.
And the store he picked was a gun shop.
Of course. So he got his ass blown off because he went in there with a stick.
And things didn't work out too good for old Derek there.
Good old Derek.
He had kind of a rough day.
Yeah. He come out of there looking like he went swimming with the sharks.
Jesus Christ. All right, how about Joey Miller and Matthew McNelly?
Good old McNelly. McLovin.
Is that supposed to be McNeely or McNelly?
Well, his cousin's McLovin.
McLovin. All right, these men were behind... What? We're behind likely the worst and least thought out disguise in robbery in the history of crime. Oh my God.
There you go.
When committing their...
This is almost painful. I wonder if people are driving down the street going, just fucking get it out, dude.
Well, listen, it would be a lot easier if these weren't written like from a 12-year-old's point of view.
Right. And it also doesn't help when the ads keep moving the thing around.
Right, and they're jumping around. That doesn't help either. But anyway, so they didn't use masks, hoods, or whatever the hell a balclaves is.
A what?
I don't know. Balclaves. What is a balclave? Balcabas.
I would Google it, but I can't. The computer.
Okay. Anyway, but they didn't wear any of them. I'm going to say that's probably a mask of some sort. But anyway, they didn't wear any of those. Instead, they chose to draw on their faces with permanent marker to hide their identity. Well, it might have made it hard for them to recognize them the next time, but they used permanent marker, and
yeah,
it was there for like a while, and somebody's like, hey, See them idiots over that shit right on their face?
They didn't know about alcohol, I guess.
Those are the dudes that robbed us.
So if you get marker on your skin, rubbing alcohol takes it off.
Hey, stop educating criminals.
No, that's everyone knows that.
Mark Smith.
Oh, I like Klaus Schmidt.
Klaus Schmidt. We'll get to Klaus in a minute. Klaus.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Klaus. Wait, isn't that the singer for Scorpions?
I don't think his name is Schmidt. Is it Klaus Schmidt?
I know it's Klaus. I don't know. Or Klaus. Or however the fuck it is.
What is Klaus? Yes.
Klaus.
Anyway, so Mark Smith, who got the most generic fucking name of all time. I'm sorry.
You bet.
Although, you know what? We our friend over here, she was married to the man with the most boring name of all time, Bob Jones. There's got to be at least 500 of them just in this town.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
You named her husband?
No, but I had to. Someone needed to apologize.
But that's the most generic name in American history. I think Bob Jones is probably very, very...
I don't know. I think Mark Smith might actually get it.
I don't know.
It could be a Yoda.
All right. Google that over there on the couch. Which is more common, Mark Smith or Bob Jones? I'm going with Bob Jones. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we'll see.
I'll put $1 on it.
I don't have $1.
I do.
I haven't been paid yet.
Oh, well.
I just started my new job.
Well, shit. Anyway, breaking into homes can be a tiring... Yes, it can be tiring work. Well, apparently this guy fell asleep too. But most criminals are smart enough to wait until they get home before taking a nap. Not old Mark Smith. In 2007, Smith, who was high on Valium and drunk on vodka.
How do you get high on Valium? Don't you get... Isn't that a low?
Yes, it's a downer. Decided to take a break in the middle of robbing a home. Since he was feeling the side effects of the drugs and the booze. He crawled up and took a nap. The homeowners, in the homeowner's bed even.
Well,
must have looked comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Probably clean.
Well, he was woken up by the local police and, sentenced to 18 months in prison.
Well, there you go. Then he can get all the Valium he wants.
I don't think they give out Valium in prison.
You never know.
Anyway, Klaus.
Good old Klaus.
Klaus. What did Klaus do? Looks like Klaus, in August of 1995, he was in Berlin, decided to rob a bank with a handgun. Now, this acted out...
A Walter P38.
It might have been. I don't know. You know they jump a little bit when just so you know. Anyway, pretty standard robbery until the bank tellers asked him, "Do you need a bag?" To which he responded, "You're damn right it's a real gun."
So he was deaf.
Yeah. This made it obvious to tellers that the robber wasn't using a real gun. Or that he was deaf, yes. Oh, my God.
Okay, so I'm going to interrupt you there because I got a story.
Okay.
Because I'm deaf, and that happened to me. So years ago, back when the AMA, which is the American Motorcycle Association, used to own the motorcycle racing here in America. It was the AMA Superbike Championship and the Super Sport. There was two riders, brothers, the Bostroms. Maybe I think it was the Bostroms. Bostrom brothers. Ben and... what was... Ben Bostrom and...
Klaus?
No, Google it. Bostrom's Racing.
All right, hang on. How do you spell Bostrom?
Alex. I think it was Ben and Alex.
Anyways, done.
So Ben was out racing. He was practicing. And when you go to Mid-Ohio, which is a road course, and you pay the money, you're allowed to walk back in the paddock. The paddock is where that they had the motorcycles, and they were working on stuff and things like that. So me being deaf, and at the time, the best motorcycle racer in the AMA, the guy who won all the fucking time, was Matt Mladen. And Matt Mladen was kind of superstitious. He would do things that, like, if he won, he said, "Oh, I won because I had long hair or I wore these boots." Yes. So one year he let his hair grow out, and he had pretty long hair, pretty damn long hair actually. And when he let his hair grow out,
no, wait a minute, was it pretty long or was it pretty and long?
No, it was pretty damn long.
Okay,
and
I was confused. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and as a result, he looked very similar to Hugh Jackman in the movie Van Helsing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, they looked very, very similar. So I made this, and this is back in the 90s, it was early 2000s. So I just made this simple piece of paper. It said, I think at that time he was six-time world champion Matt Mladen, and it showed a picture of him sitting on the wall, and he was looking at the camera, and he had long hair. It says, "Now see him if you've never seen him before," and it was a picture of Hugh Jackman dressed up in the movie.
Yes.
And I said, "As Van Helsing." And I thought it was pretty funny. So I made copies because, Matt Mladen was evil because he was Australian, and he was winning, and
yes.
all these other guys.
Everybody hated him.
No, nobody hated him. He was just competitive. So I decided to go up, and I saw Alex. I think his name is. It's Google it. It's driving me nuts.
Jesus, Bostrom?
Yes, Bostrom. Bostum or OM. I'm not sure. But just put racing.
Bosturm?
Something like that. Not you. I think it's O. I'll get back to the story, I promise.
Like that?
Yeah, click it and see what happens.
Wait a minute.
Put in Ben. There you go.
That's Boston Marathon. Nope.
God, I wish I could had a computer here.
Okay.
Type in Ben.
Trom M. Ben?
Yes, Ben Bostrom. That's one of them at least.
Ben Bostrom's wife, Ben Bostrom helmet.
There it is.
Let's just do this guy. Ben Bostrom.
Yes. Now, does it say who his brother is?
How about we do this Ben Bostrom?
Eric Bostrom. Thank you.
From the cheap seats. Thank you.
God, there's my
See,
memory
she's-
for you,
She's
peeps.
faster with the Google than me.
Are you sure it was Eric? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. My mind is just gone. So it's Ben and Eric. So, anyways, we were walking back there, and I had this piece of paper.
Listen, if that's his wife,
Oh, yeah.
he did pretty damn good for himself because she's banging hot.
Yeah. Eric. God. Anyways.
Also got a brother, Nick, but he's a professor at Oxford.
Oh.
There you go, Professor.
So there's three of them.
3 brothers. Anyway,
Anyways. So Eric. Yeah, Eric does. It's for some reason I thought it was Alex. But anyways.
Eric it is.
Yeah, Eric it is. So anyway, so I was walking back there, and this one time I didn't have those papers with me. I saw Eric Bostrom walking around. So I went up to him, and I'm like, hey, Eric, I got a quick question. I know you need to get in a motorcycle. I said, I have something I want to show you, something that I made. If I gave it to one of your crew members, will you get it? And he's like, yeah, they should give it to me. And then he said, is it pictures of the race? But because I'm half deaf, I thought he said, are you going to watch the race? So imagine this. A guy comes up to you
Yep.
and says, hey, man, I got this piece of paper. I want to give it to you. If I give it to your crew, will you get it? Yeah. Is it pictures from the race? Fuck yeah, I'm going to watch the race. It was just like, what? And because he's used to dealing with the people, he just goes, okay, cool, and just kept walking. And
Good
I'm
for
thinking,
you.
and I think, wow, that got really weird. And it dawned on me that I didn't quite hear what he said, and I sounded like a jackass.
And he walked away going, drugs are bad.
Okay. He probably just, fuck, I hate people. But so
keep
I
telling
know what that guy said. You know.
I keep telling him to get rid of the beer in these goddamn pits back here. Nobody listens to me. Fucking drunk
hearing
fans.
loss is real, people.
Oh, man.
All right, well, it is time for us to go because, like I said, I'm going to crack down on going over an hour, so we
All right.
are done.
That's good because I got stuff I got to do.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. He doesn't really care about you. But anyways, I just thought thought you might like those stories.
He's lying. I do care about you. Very, very much.
Try to get back to some of the stuff that Adam and I did in the beginning. So, and quit talking about fucking work all the time.
How about just work instead of fucking work?
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, peeps. Thanks for watching, whatever you do. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.